Ladies and gentlemen, good day. My guest today is a teacher and a team director in Oahu Island in Hawaii. Alma De Mambo is the
Mambo De
name,
Mambo, sí.
and and his name is James E. Jones Jr. That's why I call him Triple J. If no one
That's
has
why you
called
did.
him not
Okay.
yet, I just
I saw
officialized it
that. I was
right
like,
now.
what? Who's Triple J? That was another person. No, yeah, but yeah,
Triple
it makes sense.
J.
Thank
But
you. Thank you.
welcome, James.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the invite. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Man, how long you been in Hawaii? Were you a native?
No. So I came here in the Navy back in 2000. So all told, like 17 years. I did leave for about 3 years.
Yeah.
I got back here in 07. I left in 04. Got back in 07 and stayed here.
Yeah.
Probably around 2011, 2012, I decided that this is going to be home.
Yeah, because
Maybe even a
you know
little before
I've
that.
been hearing your names a lot amongst the
Mm,
promoters in Hawaii. Whenever I
mm,
contact, hey guy, I have some artist who's not doing anything. He wants to go to Hawaii. Who do you think I should contact? And I was like, well,
mm.
there's several. And then there's James, and there's like, okay, who's James? You know.
Yeah.
And then like I kept seeing this name Alma Di Mambo. I was like, okay, so that's James. You
Yeah.
know.
That's James. Yeah.
And when it
Hmm.
comes to mambo, of course, it's very specific for you to do this. Of course, you promote other things like bachata. You just had a central boot camp with from.
That's coming up this Saturday, actually.
Oh,
Well, with
with
Vanessa.
is that the
Yeah, because
couple
I
from the
met
Bay
Vanessa.
Area? The couple from the Bay Area.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, Guillermo's not going to be able to make it, but she's coming
Oh,
out for like a vacation with the kids. So
oh,
we
she can break
exchange
down, man. She can
information.
break down techniques. She'd be
Yeah.
good at it. Yeah,
Yeah. So I met her at the expo in
yeah,
October
yeah,
at
yeah.
her workshop.
Nice.
So she contacted me and said, "Hey, I'm coming out. I'm going to set something up." And then ladies central styling. Yeah.
How'd you get into Latin dancing though?
So I grew up in Southern California. I think I was always interested. I went one time at a place called, folks in Southern California might know, it's called Carlos O'Brien's. My sister
I've heard of it.
connected
Yeah.
that up through, she was a aerobics instructor, I think at LA Fitness.
Right.
And so the interesting thing about it was a Croatian mom and daughter who taught that night, right? So totally different. So it was a
Croatian, yeah.
Mexican part of town, mostly that part of town is mostly Mexican population. And so to see them teaching was interesting. And then I saw a couple there dancing. I believe they were dancing salsa, and they were just, man, they're having a great time. I'm like, that's pretty dope. So I was interested since then. And then when I got here, I met someone. Her name is Hitomi Parkins. Her last name is Parkins now, from Fukuoka. She lives back in Fukuoka again. She was into it with Greg, the salsa man, Henry. Sure, you might recognize that name, Hot Salsa Dancing Hawaii. So I was taking classes and enjoying the group.
He was at the weekend there. He even bought a ticket. It's like, what the hell, Henry? What did you buy a ticket for?
Yeah, that's so funny. That super humble guy, super sweet guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how I got into it and been stuck on it. And the mambo came around when I joined Fuego y Agua with Yuki Garcia, formerly Yuki Komiyama. Eddie Torres dancer from New York, came out here and put the team together, and then we chatted, and I became an assistant and so forth. And that's how I got more into the mambo side and kind of digging into what mambo was and the difference and all that kind of good stuff, which is all still debatable and all that. But but that's how I got into mambo itself. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a time where Hawaii was not into ontu yet, or mambo, as we
No,
call
we
it.
weren't.
Yeah.
We weren't. So
it was all LA style, as they call it.
It was all LA style. And a lot of that was Greg, because he was watching, it was Salsa Brava and Edie and Al and those guys, all the tricks. And that's what we were doing.
I mean, Albert Torres and Nancy used to have a congress there, right?
Yes. So it was called Salsa in Paradise, and Nancy had a different one too, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Salsa in Paradise.
Yeah.
And Salsa Brava, Edie and Al just come over. And then in 04, New York folks came.
Yeah.
Nelson Flores,
yeah.
Correctly. And Frankie Martinez, Jerome Ramos, they came over, and then we saw them dance on too. And then we kind of got the vision of how the music and the style match up really, really well. And I was just talking about Frankie Martinez the other day, explaining the difference between on one and on two, and how he was explaining that your body is the instrument. Right. Your body becomes the instrument. And that's when we started getting on to here. Right now we're about 50-50, I think.
Yeah, that's the guy you can ask one question and he it would take him hours to answer it, man. And he
Yeah,
really he breaks it down.
just wealth of knowledge. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, wealth of
he
knowledge,
breaks it down.
phenomenal dancer, phenomenal talent. Absolutely.
So why Oahu? Why you end up in Oahu? There are other islands, as you know. Why Oahu?
There
Of
are. I was in the Navy. This is where the Navy base was. I was a
course.
submariner.
Yeah. Yeah.
First boat was USS Santa Fe. It was
Yeah.
here. My second boat was at Point Loma in San Diego. So I lived
Yeah.
there for several years, which was cool. My family was still there at the time. And then came back here for my last tour. I was a shore duty. And folks that I met back in the early days, '01 to '04, Albert and Greg and who else? Eddie Ortiz, Songrebe. I met so many people back then. They were still here,
Yeah.
reconnected, and then made new friends. And friends become family, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that's
Yeah.
good, man. Now you have a school and you
See.
have a dance team and then you teach.
Mhm.
How's that going? Because that's probably just a sideline for you, right?
It's it is, but it's going pretty busy. It's been really, really busy because we're starting
Yeah.
new classes in multiple locations.
Yeah.
Um, I debated for a long time whether or not I was going to do choreography,
Uh-huh.
right? But during the pandemic, I was just making up shines just to keep me and a couple of my friends busy, UKA and Alvin, who were former Fuego y Agua dancers, because there were two of the only people that I was hanging out with during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Where I live, there's a dance floor downstairs. So they would come over, we work on the shine, and every shine I made, they're like, well, where's the rest? Are you gonna make choreography or are you gonna perform this and that?
Yeah.
And then so I was like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and finish one song and see how it goes. I did one shine routine, and then has shine and partner work. So far, it's going so
Yeah.
good. And then the other classes, Mambo, Bachata, just it really is trying to give good material for people who want to learn.
Yeah.
I enjoy it a lot. The goal is to have everyone who I come across enjoy it as much as I do. That's what drives me to learn and teach. So,
You had Magna Kupal there a few weeks ago,
my
and I know
goodness,
she's
yeah.
coming to the festival, but I also know she's teaching after the festival
Yes.
at your studio.
Yes.
I've known Magna in a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
number one, you have to keep up with her. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
if you can't keep up with her, man, come on, man.
Yeah. She's interesting.
Did you go
man.
hiking with her yet? Because if you go hiking
Yeah,
with her,
that's the face. Took her to the tide pools, hopping down, and it's a steep incline up and down, man. Yeah.
But she's pretty athletic, dude.
She's very athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we got back to the top. I had to sit down and catch my breath a little bit, man.
Yeah. So when is she teaching at your event, after my event, so that people could adjust their flights if ever?
Yeah, you know what? And first, I got to thank you for being gracious enough to deconflict all that. And the original plan was for to perform in October after
she
the
asked
expo.
me about it and was like, "Hey, no problem." Yeah.
Right. And we wanted to make sure we weren't, stepping on any toes.
Yeah.
So she did teach in January. That was her empowered movement intensive, which went great. And she's back teaching musicality. She took a survey after that workshop and said, what do we want to work on? Give people a choice. So she's giving people exactly what they asked for.
Good.
Which is phenomenal. So that is April 30th.
Who else is coming? Who else is coming? I know you have other plans.
Well, Vanessa's coming this week. She'll be there Saturday. Right. That's also at Arthur Murray, which is where I hold my social. I see. Magna will be here in not January. Sorry, April 30th. Right, so still this month. Yeah, I get confused. So much stuff going on. And then Vanessa linked me up with another couple that want to come out later in the summer. They're also from the Bay Area. I believe.
Yeah, probably Steven. It's not it's not Steven or.
I have to. I'm sorry, and I haven't met them yet, so their name escapes me. But so they're planning on coming out later on in the summer. So
that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And you are teaching at the festival, and I specifically asked for a pachanga because, well, Georgette was supposed to teach that thing, but she.
Oh goodness.
She's no longer coming because some personal issues.
Okay. No pressure on me to replace.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't have mentioned that. That's okay.
That's a pretty tough thing to break down, as you know. And it is. And number one, James is teaching pachanga, but not just that. He is going to teach pachanga on how you apply it during social dancing, which is a cool thing,
It is very cool.
Yeah.
Let me just say, man, I would have loved. I would have loved to have Georgette come here, and I missed her the last time she was here. Phenomenal dancer. Bachata, well, everything, but especially bachata and
Yeah.
pachanga.
She's semi-retired. She no she
Is she?
doesn't she doesn't get she doesn't accept any other invitations from outside of Houston now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I get that. And then, yeah, as long as she's doing what's best for her and her family, that's
Yeah.
all good.
The last time
Hopefully I
she
see her
went
soon.
the last time we went out to LA was last week, and that was it. That was just
Oh,
one
okay.
day. Yeah.
Well, on a selfish note, the good thing for me is my family, some of my family, my mom and sisters and niece live in Houston. So I
That's
hope
good, man.
to catch her. Yeah, I plan on being out there this summer. But I appreciate you asking me to teach the workshop and giving
Yeah.
me the opportunity. I think it'll be probably my first workshop at an expo Congress
Oh
festival. So
yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do appreciate that.
I mean, whenever I'm there in Hawaii, bro, I like everyone to get involved, man.
Good.
I play no sides at all. I'm just a promoter
Awesome.
and a
Great.
humble teacher, That's about
Good. Yeah, good, good,
it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Because I see Allison's teaching and Stephen is teaching and other
Yeah.
folks. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so the interesting thing was, going through looking at the schedule to see what I was teaching. I expected to be mambo. I'm like, oh, what's this? Not just pachanga, but pachanga while social dancing. But I do throw it in there every now and then. I see other people do it.
Yeah.
I took it on as a challenge, and I let my partner Corinne know that's what we're doing. And so been working on it, and I will definitely have something good for the crowd.
Yeah. You know where I got that idea?
What's
One
that?
time, Georgette was teaching with one of Eddie Torres' former dancer, and they were
Okay.
teaching pachanga. I was like, hey, what if we teach how to do pachanga during social dancing? Like that's where I got the idea because it was
Okay.
very successful, but they never taught it again.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. And when I saw that, I'm like, that should be a normal thing,
Oh yeah,
right?
it should be.
So it should
Yeah.
be, because the toughest thing about taking workshops is that you learn so much stuff,
Yeah.
right? And then, okay, how do I work it in? How do I get it into the social dancing,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
that is phenomenal. That's awesome.
Now, do you have a certain play sets when you social dance? Because I know mambo crowd like certain music, and I know
Mm.
salsa crowd like certain music, or Cuban
Mhm.
crowd like certain music.
Mhm,
Do you
mhm,
have a
mhm.
preference?
My preference is always mambo, but and a lot of times you can find great salsa songs that has a mambo section,
Mambo-ish,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Mambo-ish. And then, DJ Rod is the DJ for my Alma De Mambo Saturday
It's good.
Social.
It's pretty
So
good. Yeah,
the music is top notch there,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so there's that space to do shines and partner work and all that kind of good stuff in the songs. He mostly leans towards mambo, the mambo
Yeah,
sound, but
pretty much.
still he finds great salsas too, right?
What's
Um,
uh, what's it like to live in Hawaii, dude? I know you're in the service and all, but what's it like to live in Hawaii as a dance teacher?
Civilian.
Yeah,
Well, so I do have a daytime job. I have a full-time
of
job.
course, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I separated from the Navy back in 2010.
Okay.
I was a contractor for a little while. Now I'm in healthcare. It's challenging. For me, it's living here is peaceful.
Yeah.
Fresh air, the blue skies, even the rain, the rainbows there, and then the people, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like I said, Filipino folks, that culture is here, and that's what I explain to people come here.
Yeah.
We're here to help.
Yeah.
If we see that you're invested in us, whether you're living here or visiting,
Yeah.
we're all for you. We'll
Yeah.
support you and do everything you can. You see the community here. We have dancing.
Yep.
We support everybody's events as much as we can,
Yeah.
regardless of who's promoting it or teaching or whatever. So that's the culture here. So I fell in love with that. That reminds me of how I grew up from a big family on my mom's side.
Yeah.
That's how my family is. So that.
Where are you originally from?
Originally from Leavenworth, Kansas.
Kansas City, huh?
Well,
Just
not Kansas City.
Kansas
Leavenworth,
City.
Kansas. But yeah,
That's true.
yeah, a little ways from the city. But I grew up in California. We moved to
Oh,
California.
okay. Okay.
Moreno Valley, Riverside area for those who
Oh,
live
okay.
there.
So
Or
yeah,
Sunnymead,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Um,
you know our community here in when it comes to dancing in California. Then
I tell people all the time when I fly to the mainland,
yeah,
I like SFO a lot better than LAX. It's bigger, nicer. So planes going up there are much bigger,
yeah,
right? More space. I'm not a big
yeah,
guy, but I
sure,
like my space.
sure.
And then I booked the long layovers so I can go dancing. You
Oh
guys
yeah,
got some of the best venues, some of the best DJs, and anywhere I've been to Japan, Australia, and here and all over the states. New York, San Francisco is one of my favorite places,
Yeah.
as well as San Diego. But I make a point to stop up there if I can and go dancing and hang out for a couple of days.
San Francisco definitely has a very healthy community.
For sure.
All kinds of styles too. Very diverse.
Absolutely.
When it comes
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like being in New York. It's absolutely fun to dance,
Yeah.
but it's also cool to just sit down and watch the different styles.
Yeah.
And watch the different interpretations of.
Now, those people from New York, I know you've been to all kinds of social there. There are certain socials there. They don't even know they're dancing on two, man. It's just natural for them,
It's what they do. Yeah, it's just what they do. Yeah, it's great.
That's kind of fun.
Now,
what's your favorite? Give me your top 5 mambo music.
Mambo dancers?
No, music.
Oh.
Music. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Man, so
just the singers, not the title, because it's probably hard to memorize that. Yeah.
And I may not be as accurate as I should be, but I definitely like Ray Barretto.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Was it Lucky Mambo #7? I don't know all the bands. I do know a lot of the songs. When I hear
you got
them,
La Maxima there, you got La Maxima.
So that was the next one. Now, man. Yeah. So when I DJ a little bit, I have a hard time not just going straight down the La Maxima playlist. I got great songs.
Yeah, with salsa, when I DJ with salsa, I have to use headphone. But with bachata, dude, I know bachata like fucking 2000%. That I don't have to listen to what that song is. I know what that song is.
You know it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's such a long time coming when it comes to that. It's also this Bachata Expo thing in Hawaii that we are going to be attending. It's just that it was really originally just 100% bachata, but because of the pandemic, other events didn't have a chance to happen. I figured I should open up with salsa. I should open up with kizomba, zouk, whatever. Because
that's great thinking.
It's been 2 years in the waiting, as you know.
Yeah, that's great thinking, and we appreciate that. That opens it up for me to perform. I'm not performing bachata. Hopefully next year I will be. I'm working on my bachata game, and I appreciate you bringing it here. And because it has become pretty popular, I've always danced it, but it was always just the whatever dance.
Yeah.
But now I see so many artists and so much technique, and like Vanessa and Guillermo and Central Bachata, Dominican Bachata, traditional Bachata. So much to it.
There's this guy, Alon Goshen from Israel, who is a master of Central Bachata. So he'll be teaching workshops there. I'm not sure when. If he's staying a longer time, I'll hook him up with you because he is not only the promoter of the Salsa Congress in Israel, but he is a master of Central Bachata there, man.
Is that right? Yeah, let me know, man.
Let's see, who else? There are so many of you. Did you see the lineup, Red? I mean, I posted the initial scheduling there, but that's not permanent, man. It could change, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
it's all good.
There's so many of you. It's like some of you can just only teach one workshop. You know what I mean? It's just so many.
I'll tell you what, that's fine with me. Like I said, I'm really becoming a student of bachata as of the last year or so.
Yeah.
So I want to take workshops.
That's
right.
Good.
So that's fine. I'll do my one. If you put another one on me, that's fine. You can put 5 on me. I'll do them. But yeah, man, I want to take the workshops and learn as much as I can.
Okay, so give me your top 3 favorite places to eat in Honolulu.
Oh man, goodness.
Because the tourists are asking, you know.
They're asking? Yeah. Bozu. It's over on McCully. And it's I've been trying to go there. Yeah. Great place. Japanese. Phenomenal food.
What is that? G-U-Z-O or G-O-Z-O?
B-O-Z-U, I believe.
Okay. B-O-Z-U.
Bozu. Okay. Yeah. And I probably am not pronouncing it properly. Uncle Bo's.
Uncle Bo's, okay.
Uncle Bo's, that's more local style fusion, right? So you have some Japanese stuff, Filipino stuff, great food, great drinks.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Haleiwa Joe's haiku.
Ooh.
Right? Because Haleiwa Joe's is in Haleiwa, the regular one.
Yeah.
Haleiwa Joe's haiku is on the Kailua side.
Yeah.
If you go for their, and people might not be able to do it this time, but there's Sunday brunch. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then the location, because it's on a, I don't know what you call that. It's a big lanai or patio. It's open. It's got the garden down there. They have the wedding chapel down there, koi pond. It's in the mountains, like the mountainside's right there. Beautiful setting, and great food and drinks. Yeah.
James, what's the most important thing for beginners to know before they take salsa lesson?
Before they take a lesson, I would say, and this is with anything, focus on the fundamentals.
Yeah.
Which is the most challenging thing to do, because you see all this cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
Focus on the fundamentals, and the way I teach it, and I think one of the reasons why Magna and I connect so well is focus on the fundamentals. The fancy stuff will come even when you're not looking for it.
Exactly.
If your balance is good and
100%.
your waist shifting is good, and it's salsa, bachata, mambo, whatever you're dancing,
Yeah.
the stuff comes to you. You won't remember half of what you're doing in a really good dance night.
Yeah.
It'll just flow because your balance is good, your weight shifts are good, you're connecting with the song, your partner, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
That, for my leads and follows, keep your partner safe.
Yeah.
Right? Keep your partner safe. Now I say keep your partner safe on the dance floor, off the dance floor, and even outside. It means if you're drinking, not doing stupid stuff. When people are leaving, right? Especially if ladies are leaving, not to be, we're having the reorganization of the gender roles, and that's fine. But if you're leaving, a guy or girl, you don't feel safe, ask somebody to go with you. So we keep each other safe all the time, right? Even on a non-dance night. Keep people safe, and then be a forever student. I've been dancing for 20 years.
That's good.
This is coming, I'm taking a private. Magna came, I took a private, right? She comes back, I'm taking another private. I'm trying to take privates from the guy you talked about from Israel.
Yeah.
Always learning, doesn't matter what style. I take Mambo Virtual Academy. Like I said, I take Alex and Desiree's classes. Keep learning. You're never an expert. Always room to improve. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Now, when it comes to intermediate students, would you describe them to me? What is an intermediate student?
That's very interesting, especially here in Hawaii. And this is what I tell people. It's relative. Right? And I use myself as an example. When I go to New York, and I've been there multiple times, I take, my priority is to take Maria Torres beginner class.
Right.
People don't know it's Eddie Torres' wife, Eddie Torres, salsa queen. Right? I take her beginner class before I take Eddie's seniors, intermediate, or juniors, whatever. Before I take anybody else's class, because there's always something to work on. Now, I call myself an intermediate because in 2017, while I'm taking her class, she can see me in the mirror. She turned around and pointed at me and told me, "You're an intermediate." That's why I call myself an intermediate. And that's right. If Maria Torres tells you whatever you are, that's what you are, right? Right. So I run with that.
Yeah.
Here, someone may consider me advanced, but if that's the case, it's because I'm here. When I go to San Diego, San Francisco, New York, LA, certain places, I know.
Wait. Let me stop you there. Now, why would you think people would consider you advanced and some people would consider you intermediate? I mean, like,
because it's all relative.
Yeah. Okay.
Because our scene, as great as it is, and we've come a long way, man. We've come a long way.
Yeah.
Great. You've been here. Great dancers here. Great dancers here. But it's all relative. I don't judge myself based on whomever's here.
Yeah.
I judge myself based on, I consider New York one of the pinnacles. I haven't been to Europe yet, so I don't know. I see a lot of great stuff coming out of New York. And I'm not saying anyone here does consider me advanced.
Yeah.
I say if they do, that's why, because I'm comparing this community here, this dance community here.
I mean, the reason I asked that question, James, is because, when I look at the masters, or when I look at the grand masters even, they are doing basic things but now there's a catch to that, because they might be doing that basic things the way beginners are learning, but the way they execute those techniques are definitely advanced, if you know what I mean.
That's the key. That's the key. So I tell people, being advanced isn't knowing a bunch of steps. Being advanced is however you execute whatever it is you do know.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
I still don't execute the way I think I want to. That's why I believe it. Because I'll do a spin and still fall off balance, right? There's still a lot of stuff I have to work on before I can consider myself advanced, and I may never be there.
Yeah.
but it's the execution. It's not
Like
the steps you.
I've always said that to my students. Like, look, if you can do cross bodily 10 times different, 10 times, 10 ways.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you are mastering the techniques. You're owning the techniques. But
Right.
if you
Right.
only know how to do it one way, okay, you're still a beginner. You
So
know?
that's true too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So it's yeah, there's multiple. There's a little bit of nuance there, but the main thing is the execution. And
So
again,
we
that goes
got
back to the
Magna Gopal
fundamentals.
coming in. We got Alex and Desiree coming in.
Mm.
We have freaking legendary Ismael Otero, as you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. That's
that
ridiculous. Yeah.
guy, I mean, I'm having him teach tricks. Now, when
Okay.
people hear the word tricks, they think
Mm.
it's lifts and dips. No,
Mm.
no,
Mm.
not
What we
with
got?
not with Ismael.
Now it
So
is, man. Okay.
he is teaching. Let's say, hey, can you teach tricks? I'm like, what do you mean? Do you want me to do trick movements, or do you want me to do hips and I mean lifts and dips? It's like, no, I want you to do tricks. I was like, you got it. I will do it. You know.
Ah, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I will
because
definitely mark that one.
he's a
I'll be there.
trickster, man, when it comes to patterns and shit. You
You see. Okay. Okay. I'll
know?
be at that workshop for sure.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of people coming in. I made sure that we got every style covered. I think
Right.
we got
And
this.
yeah, that's what Vanessa said too. She said
Yeah,
that looking at the names, I don't know all the names myself because I just, like I said, I just started getting into bachata really.
yeah.
But a ton of people, I look at the flyer and the list of names, I'm like,
Too
holy
many.
smokes. And then I look
and,
them up on YouTube and Instagram. I'm like,
and James,
wow.
they just want a Hawaiian vacation, man. That's all
A
they
lot of
want.
people do. A lot of people do. A lot of people do. And that's great. So that's the great thing about being here. The disclaimer I give to people, if you're coming here teaching,
Yeah,
enjoy it to the fullest, but you make sure you get that work in, right?
yeah,
Because we're going to show up. We're going to show up, and we want the value, right?
yeah.
So
That's one thing about Hawaii I noticed when it comes to workshop. And we're talking about different levels here, right? From
mhm,
beginner to advanced.
mhm.
Man, they do show up. Man, they want to
Well,
learn. You know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
We show up and we travel. One of the greatest things is you'll see groups of people, and Lino Deal when they were in effect, and in other groups, Fuego Agua, we're going to New York, Houston, other places. I still go to Texas to perform in Fuego Agua every
Yeah.
now and then.
Yeah.
And we're not just going to perform, we're going because we want some more material, we want some more growth, and we want to bring it back here. And then when people come here, absolutely, man, we show up.
What's your favorite city in your 20 years experience to dance at?
Oh man, it's a tough one. Yeah, I have to say New York.
Of
I have to
course.
start there. San Diego also was a great place. Like I said, I was stationed down in Point Loma.
Yeah.
Great place. That I would have to say as
Wait,
far
wait,
as
you go to Cafe Sevilla? Was that Sevilla or something? Or
David
what?
Sevilla.
Yeah.
Yep, and they moved it. And then Characters was at La Jolla
Yeah.
Marriott.
Yeah.
There was another thing on Monday too. I can't remember the name. Serena Cuevas did that for a little while. Of course, she's one of my favorite teachers. Took privates with her back in the day.
Where do you go? Where do you go to social New York? Jimmy Anton's or somewhere else?
Jimmy Anton's, and then Taj on Mondays.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness, great place. Live, what New Swing Sextet plays there.
Yeah. Oh
On a
my
regular
God.
basis,
Yeah,
live
that's their
music.
town. Yeah.
Great venue. And I think
That's always the thing that I've
Candela Friday.
always.
I think I did go there too.
Wait,
Once.
where?
Was it Candela's?
Canellas? Is that in New York?
I think so. Or it's called Candela Fridays or something like that.
Huh.
I can't remember all the names, but yeah,
Yeah.
great
But
places there.
yeah, New York is a great place to dance with. San Diego, definitely Cafe Sevilla for me.
Yeah.
Of course, LA
Yeah.
is all over the place, man.
LA's, oh yeah, La Granada. I think
It's all
like
over the place.
Cohiba's a couple, yeah.
Steakhouse.
I don't know if it's all still there, but yeah. I still haven't been to Steven's Steakhouse though, man.
Are you
That's
serious, dude?
ass. That's so crazy.
They start from they start from Wednesday until Sunday.
You kidding?
Yeah.
They got salsa every night or dancing every
Oh,
night?
salsa bachata, salsa bachata, salsa bachata.
Wow. That's awesome.
Because Jim, the manager there, he likes to bring salsa bands. He likes to bring bachata bands.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's even better.
So,
Good
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Live bands are always
I work
great.
with him bringing Grupo Extra there.
No way.
Yeah. That
That's
was
awesome.
probably the only time I made money hiring bands.
Yeah, it's tough.
No matter what, you see the beautiful flyer there, ladies and gentlemen. that promoter is gonna lose money.
You gonna take an L? That's
It
okay.
doesn't matter how successful it is; it's still gonna lose money. But
I'll keep that
yeah,
in mind.
Grupo Extra is probably the only one that I made money because I booked them in San Francisco, I booked them in Los Angeles, I booked them in San Diego.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That
good
was
deal.
when they've never been to the West Coast yet.
Oh, I see.
So now,
Okay.
if you invite them, you're not going to make as much money because now, of course, they've already been there, and
Right.
people are looking for new things and whatnot. But
Mm-hmm.
so, James, you have events in Hawaii, like a social something?
I do have a couple. So I have Alma De Mambo Saturday Social, which is actually this Saturday, every second and fourth Saturday
Yeah.
of the month. That's at Arthur Murray Studio on Capilano Boulevard in between all the car dealerships. And then I have Bachata Essence along with my partners over there at Sakura Arts Collective.
Good.
That's down in Chinatown off of North King Street. So that's every
Okay.
first and third Saturday. So
Oh, I
on
see.
those Saturdays, man, I got something for you. Everyone has a intro lesson, right? So you can come and get your feet wet. I do some DJing at the Sakura event, at the
Nice.
Bachata Essence event. So and that's how I'm learning more about the music and the artists and all that kind of good stuff. That's a
Yeah.
great education, right? So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It is some work, but it's a lot of fun. And I tell you, promoting events and DJing events, when you look out at the floor and you see so many people having a good time,
Yeah.
man, that's a whole different kind of high.
Yeah,
The
it's like a
dancing
house
high is,
party. You're the host, dude.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. So I didn't expect to, when we first started the social back in the day, it was the Fuego Agua Saturday social with Yuki and Dario and my late partner, Yuka.
Yeah.
I didn't understand how gratifying or how good of a feeling I get from doing it. I was always kind of reluctant to do it. When I looked out and saw everybody having such a great time and people showing up and supporting, man, that was a great feeling. I still get that feeling every time. It's an amazing
Yeah.
thing.
God, dude. It's. Have you ever been to Mambo Land?
Not yet. I was planning on going
I
to the one
heard
in
good things
Mexico for
about
my
it,
birthday.
dude.
Yes. But I heard he's bringing it back. Yeah.
I think so.
I heard it's coming back. I heard it's
Yeah,
coming back.
I
Somebody told
think
me it's
so
coming back.
because every time I see their video, it's like we're talking about top notch dancers there, man.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, and that's a whole different thing. That's a
different
whole
level.
different level. And they're all performing to the live band, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's just pure dancing, dude. 100%. All the pros that you can imagine are there because
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Frankie Martinez has been there yet, but most of the people that I know has been there.
Been like, yeah, top notch folks. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
much.
Terry and those guys. I do want to go. I think maybe he was announcing it. Like I said, I take his virtual class, Adolfo's, and I think he announced it in the class. Mambo Land's coming back soon. So that's cool. And they're coming out in October, actually, to Maui as well.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah. For that Congress. But yeah, I'm
What's
excited about
the
that.
3 spots that the people who's never been to Hawaii should go to in Oahu?
Kualo Ranch. They have the horseback riding
That's where
tour.
the Jurassic Park is, right?
Yep, the Jurassic Park thing was there. The Godzillas are there. So a lot of movie sets are there. The
Yeah.
horseback ride, you can AT or ATV, and I think maybe they have buggies. They got a secret beach.
Yeah.
I've never been to, but my mom and sisters went, and there's all kind of activities out there. I would say if you're looking for the luau, probably my favorite one is Paradise Cove.
Oh yeah,
out
that's
west.
where they used to shoot Fantasy Island, right?
Oh, maybe I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just know it's a beautiful place.
Oh,
Great
maybe I'm
food.
too old for you, man. You probably
Red
don't remember
sunset.
that show.
Oh, I remember the show. I just don't
Okay.
know exactly if they shot it there. No, I do remember. So those 2 places for sure. Well, the third place I would say, and you can do any of them. If you go Holly Lookout, I think it's always busy, but it's kind of still think it's underrated.
Yeah.
You look out over that. I don't know if you've ever been there. If you look out over that scenery, man, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Oh, I'll give you one more. I'll give you one more thing to do. I did it a while ago. And I think you might know Crystal Jaffe from Australia.
Yeah.
Her name is different now. I took the Blue Horizons tour with her, helicopter tour around the island.
Man. How much are those? Because those are pretty expensive, dude, right?
Well, it was 180. Get somebody who lives here, get the combiner rate. I had the combiner rate, so I hooked this up. It was 180 then when she was here. I don't know how much it is now, but I tell you, one of the best things I've
Worth
ever
it.
done.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One of
Yeah.
the best things I've ever done. Such a different perspective. And that day, when we took off, it started raining a little bit. We took off through a rainbow. So that was crazy. Crazy. Yeah.
That is great,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, James, for 5 years, you're still gonna be doing dancing, or what's your plan, man? Are you gonna organize
5 years from
Congress
now?
or what?
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because I know people are waiting to come back. I know people who are, I think the gentleman on Maui, Raphael, he promotes that Maui Congress. I've heard
Bachata, yeah.
rumors that he wants to promote the one here.
Uh-huh.
So I plan on having a conversation with him. I'm getting classes in the website and other things built up now for Alma De Mambo. Once that gets a little settled out and steady, I do have someone on my marketing team now and a couple, PR people and so forth. Once I get the team settled out, probably in a month or two, then I'll look at
Cool.
the longer term plan. I'm wanting to train people to teach, so I don't have to keep teaching. I just want to come out dancing. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
I mean,
my deal is to give the community and the scene whatever they
Absolutely.
need as best as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And so I try to stay in shape and stay healthy.
That's
So
good. That's good.
right. So if it's a long-term thing, then I can do it.
That's what I plan to do too.
Great.
Hopefully the event I have in Hawaii would continue.
I hope so too, man.
It would be every May. It would be every May from now on because
every May.
yeah,
Great.
because of the pandemic, it got scattered all over the place. Like
right.
I wanted to do it in April, but out of respect for Grant, who does the Bachata Salsa Congress also there in Honolulu, I believe, on January or something. I was like, look,
it wasn't January, February time frame.
And I helped the model, so they helped me out.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
That's good. That's great. And so I love that kind of collaboration.
I mean, you have to. That's just the way it is.
Absolutely. Right. It's beautiful.
What else do we? Oh yeah, I'll be doing Zoom projects. Zoom project that I have would be promoting course, meaning how do you organize a congress?
Man.
What are the pitfalls? What if you lose money? What if you can't pay your artist? What are you gonna do? And I've experienced all of those and then some.
right. And that makes you the best teacher.
And got out of it.
Speaking from direct experience is the best. That's awesome. That's phenomenal, man. I'm glad to hear that. Now I will definitely sign up for that.
I'll be doing that soon.
You're doing stuff here.
I'm just designing the program for it so that I cover everything. I mean, just the hotel contract in itself, that takes about 2-3 hours to explain, dude.
I bet, especially here for Oahu, yeah.
Because otherwise, you're gonna lose money.
Yeah. Yep, I believe you.
But anyway, James, excited to see you again. God, that's like 2 weeks from now, ain't it?
Yeah, it's right around the corner. Yes, we're midweek, second week of April is the first.
It's gonna go so quick, though.
So quick. It's gonna go quick. And I thank you again for doing it, and thank you for being so diligent and making sure it happens again.
Yeah.
Of course, I was getting a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? When am I getting my money back? I'm like, they're working on it. As far as I know, they're still gonna do it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you sticking with it. We all do. Like I said, we're going to show up. I think you see that. And if you do it every year, we'll show up every year.
People are showing up from Kauai, Maui.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
we got a little bit of dancing on every island, right? The main thing is here, but we have someone every island. Yeah, they're coming over, man. And we're excited about it. Definitely excited about it.
Delegates from Japan, delegates from Australia also. I know Australia is having their Bachata festival there, but some people from Australia also come.
Oh, they come. Great. Yeah. And I just heard the other day on the news that in June, the travel to and from Japan is going to be opened up more as well. So that's a good thing for the future, right? We've been missing folks.
But anyway, James, I know you already put what's the address of your studio? It's after Murray. Is it Murray?
I have dance classes, so the choreography classes.
Okay, what's the website? That's the best way to do it. What's the website?
I'll give it. So it's going to be almademambo.com. That should be up and ready Easter weekend. My marketing person, Aneem, is working on it every day right now. So it's pretty exciting. I got classes at St. Laurent Dance Academy down in Kapilani, so is Arthur Murray, Chinatown. So I'm kind of in multiple places. So it's pretty exciting, and all the information is coming soon. And then of course I'm on Instagram, Tiago Mambo and Alma De Mambo. You can find me on Facebook, Alma De Mambo, or James E. Jones Jr. Any questions,
Triple
man?
J.
That's not bad, man. That's
It
not bad.
ain't bad. It ain't bad, but
Triple J
James is
Mambo.
better
That might
because you're
work.
James.
All right. Thank you, man.
But
Thank
anyway,
you.
James, thank you, man. I'll
Oh,
see you
thank you.
soon. To those of you who are
Absolutely.
watching this, don't forget to subscribe. It's just right on the right side at the bottom. Just click subscribes, and I'll bring many more people to talk to. And thank you for spending time with us, James.
Thank you very much for the invite, man. I appreciate the opportunity to speak and chat. And like this is like the first real conversation you and I have actually had. So that's
True.
it's
It's
really
true.
cool, right?
This is why I like doing this, so that people won't
Yeah.
call me a snub or something, you know?
Right. I think you've been coming over here since what?
I know,
Late
dude. I
'09,
know.
and this is the first time we've talked.
It's always a learning experience every time I go to Hawaii. I learn something about the culture and the people. So
Yeah, it's a beautiful
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Beautiful. Great. We appreciate you
All right,
investing your
brother.
time here.
I will see you soon, and good luck.
All right, man. Thank you. Same to you, man.
Bye for
See you
now.
soon. Ciao.